Roth IRAs for kids. I'm financial planner Sean Mullaney. Let's discuss. So, who doesn't love the Roth IRA? It's a retirement account with tax-free growth. No required minimum distributions. You're looking at maybe 60 or 70 years of tax-free growth. That's incredible, right? That's a pretty easy sell. But wait a minute. I'm looking at 60 or 70 years. What about a child who's 3 or 4 years old? Could they be looking at 90 or 95 years of tax-free growth? Shouldn't parents stop everything and get money into their kids' Roth IRAs? Well, let's step back for a second, right? It's all about financial priorities. And I'm here to tell you the best thing you can do for your children's financial future is securing mom and dad's financial future. Here's what I mean. Think about your kids as adults. Won't it be great for your children to know that mom and dad are financially secure? They have taken care of their financial needs and they have sufficient retirement assets and accounts so that they are taken care of. That is great, and that is the best financial gift mom and dad can give to the kids. So what does that mean when it comes to a kid's Roth IRA? It's my opinion, and look, this is my opinion. This is YouTube. We're here to share opinions, even if they're going to be controversial. But it's my opinion that only financially independent parents should do tax planning for their children. What I mean by that is mom and dad should be financially independent as of now before they start doing tax planning for their kids. So let's say mom and dad are mid-career and they max out their 401ks and they've grown their personal wealth to be 10 times or even 15 times their annual expenses. That's great. I would probably tell that couple, hey, you guys are doing great. But almost certainly that couple is not yet financially independent. And in my opinion, they should not be doing any planning regarding Roth IRAs for their kids. They should be stocking up on their own financial wealth so that they secure their financial wealth and their financial future so that their kids do not have to worry about mom and dad when the kids are in their adult years. All right, does that mean we never do a kid's Roth IRA? Well, no, not necessarily. Here's how I think a kid's Roth IRA looks like from an optimal perspective, right? The child's in high school, and as part of their summer or maybe nights in the fall, they are a camp counselor or they work at the mall or they work at McDonald's, right? Great things for teenagers to do to get a little real world experience, to see how finances work and getting a paycheck and what the heck is FICA and these sorts of things. That's great, right? And if mom and dad are financially independent, what they could do is every January when the high schooler gets their W-2s in the mail, they can open them up together and they could say, hey, look, Junior, you made $2,100 at summer camp and you made $2,900 working at the mall this year, right? So that's $5,000 of total W-2 wages. That means you can contribute for last year up to $5,000 to a Roth IRA, and that's going to grow tax-free, and that's really going to help your financial future. What we're willing to do as mom and dad, because our finances are so secure, we'll take 25% of that amount, and we ourselves will just gift it to you in your own Roth IRA. Or maybe we'll do 50%. Or maybe we'll do 100%. We'll just fully fund your Roth IRA to the maximum allowed. Now, I'm not here to tell mom and dad what percentage, if any, they should be contributing in such a situation. That's a value judgment. And I'm giving plenty of opinions in this video. So I'll leave that value judgment to mom and dad. But I think that's a great way of taking your already existing arrangements and getting some money into a child's Roth IRA when mom and dad are already financially independent. Well, what about things like, mom or dad has their own self-employment? Maybe we could find some tasks for our child to do so that the self-employment business could pay the child, create some earned income, and now we do a Roth IRA contribution. And I'm here to tell you that that's not my favorite way of doing a Roth IRA for kids. And I would think twice about that, right? One of the reasons I would think twice about that is it's probably best from a working perspective for the child to get used to working for non-relatives, right? For folks they don't see every day at home. So it's probably best to, let the child get their own working experience out there in the world apart from mom and dad. And don't worry so much about the Roth IRA planning. One other note, if the child has a Roth IRA going into college, they probably don't want to take distributions from that Roth IRA to pay for college. The reason is the FAFSA, right? That form says how much a child could get in terms of tuition assistance, financial aid for college. Withdrawals from a child's Roth IRA count as income for that purpose, even if they're just withdrawals of old contributions that are not taxable for federal income tax purposes. It still creates this phantom income for FAFSA purposes, which is going to significantly reduce the tuition assistance that they're going to get, because FAFSA sees that as the kid's income and takes a big boatload of that for the expected family contribution. So if the child goes into college with a Roth IRA, in most cases, it's best just to leave the money inside that Roth IRA so that it can grow tax-free for many more years. Let me know what you think about the Roth IRA and kids in the comments below. If you like this video, please go ahead and mash that like button, and please subscribe to the channel. Helps us out very much. Thanks so much. See you next time.